Hi everybody, welcome back to Wedding Planning Tips, and I'm Helen Graham from Helen G Events. Now, last week we looked at our top wedding budget tips, and one of them was to create a wedding budget and stick to it. Now this week I'm going to tell you how exactly to create your wedding budget. Now, as we discussed, the wedding budget is very important, and to create the wedding budget you need to know the following. You need to know what amount of money from savings are you going to use for your wedding. Are you going to use all the money you have accumulated in savings, or are you going to use a percentage, half of it, 50%? So you and your fiance, you're going to sit down and discuss how much money from your savings account or from your total amount of savings that you are going to use towards your wedding. That's one of the figures that is needed for your wedding budget, or to find out actually what you have for your budget. Now, after you have decided how much money you're going to take from savings, the second figure that you need to know to create your wedding budget is what amount of money are you going to take from income. If your wedding is 5 months away or 6 months away, are you going to use, say, $10,000 a month from your income to add towards your wedding budget? 50,000, whatever it is. If it's 50,000 and we're talking J dollars, if it's 50,000 Jamaican dollars, you're going to times it by 6 if you're 6 months away from your wedding and you have 6 months worth of income to use towards your wedding. So the first figure was what amount of money from savings are you going to use for your wedding, and the second element is what are you going to take from potential earnings or upcoming income to go towards your wedding. Then the next element that you need to look at is what are you going to get in terms of gifts. Are your parents going to help you with some of the costs, the financial costs of the wedding? Are they going to contribute to the location? If they're giving you cash, you are going to add that to the two first figures that we just discussed, which were your savings and your income. If they're not giving you cash, are they giving you things that will offset some of the cost of your wedding? Are they going to donate the wedding cake? Are they going to pay for the food? Are they going to pay for the bar? So you would add that as a figure to say, okay, I don't have to pay for the bar, or I don't have to pay for the cake. So what you're going to do is add the three figures: your savings, your money from income, if you're getting money from family, parents, friends, and you're going to add that to come up with your total budget figure. Now those three figures are really your wedding budget. So if your total budget, guys, is $1 million, and your total cost that you got from your planner or everything that you added up came to 1.5 million Jamaican dollars, it means that you're over budget and you're going to have to find some way to cut the budget. And as we looked at last week, some of the easiest ways to cut the budget is by reducing your guest list, and that usually saves you a great deal of money if you can take 10 to 20 persons out of the list. Or you can look at removing possibly some of the elements that you wanted, or looking at using different type of florals. But once you're over budget, you have to find some way to reduce the total cost. The money is not going to come from the air. You have already calculated what you're taking from savings. You have already calculated what you're going to take from income. So the other option is if you're going to take more money from savings or find some additional source of cash. So really, guys, that is how you create your wedding budget. Your savings, your potential income, items that you're getting as gifts from family members, and that is how we create your budget. And remember, guys, once you create your budget, try to stick to it as much as possible. And that's it from me this week. That's our wedding planning tip: how to create your budget and how to stick to it. Thank you for joining me, and see you again next week.